Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Mira, and I'm account executive at Elai.io. Welcome to our webinar on getting started on AI video generation with Elai specifically. So this session is going to cover implementing AI video-based learning into your current flow, tricks and tips from our L&D manager to maximize the creative potential. So here with us is L&D manager from Elai.io, Ina Horwath, and I'm giving you the floor, Ina.
Hi, Mira. Thanks so much for the introduction. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to see you guys. And I think this is going to be a really beneficial session for those of you who haven't tried out AI video generation yet. So buckle up, let's get started. So a couple of words about our plan for today, right? So first things first, we are going to talk about why video-based learning gives great results. What are the correct options of utilizing it, and why AI generated videos in specifically. So why can't you just keep recording your own videos, right? Obviously you can, but we are here to show you an easier and more effective way. Next on, we are going to talk about essential tips and tricks on starting with Elai specifically. It will be like very short demo version. And we are going to finalize it with a couple of tips on how to make your video to be as effective and to have as big learning impact as possible. We will close it up with Q&A sessions and a couple of words from Mira as well. Next on, let's get, thank you, Mira. From what I see now, we are having here not just L&D experts, but also someone who is just interested in AI, and that's totally fine. That this webinar will be good for you as well. However, especially beneficial it is for content creators in L&D and corporate training materials creators. So this is so for you, this will be quite beneficial. Let's go with let's start from the very beginning. Thank you, Mira. So let's talk a little bit about video-based learning in particular. There is really great statistics by Forrester Research, which says that employees are 75% more likely to watch video than to read, right? So that's really blowing your mind. So how come? Why is that? Well, there is another statistics that says our brain can process videos faster than text 60,000 times. So of course, we as L&D professionals must utilize this knowledge and must help us to reduce cognitive load, which will eventually result in easier remembering and retention of the learning material. So a couple of words about statistics as well. There were several companies such as Savo Group or Panopto who tried to calculate on the exact retention for their employees. So with text-based trainings, 65% of the learning material was forgotten in the first week. And forward, like in 6 months, it was forgotten by 99%. So with video-based learning, there is the immediate increasing of the results was 8%, and on long term, 95%. So just think about it, what video-based learning can do in terms of corporate training, right? Let's talk a little bit about AI video-based training. Why is it better? First things first, everyone who has created video-based learning knows that in terms of recording video, you need many things. You need good microphones, you need good light, and most importantly, you need a speaker available and ready to talk on camera. These two things are not common. So sometimes when our schedules are so full and when you need to re-record or make some adjustments, it's just impossible to do this in this fast-paced world. Am I right? I've had personally these situations when, for instance, it's a C-level expert, and if you get a chance to feel him, you had it once, not more. So you can't make any adjustments. Or if the person quits the company, what do you do? Or if the policies changes. So in terms of time efficiency, script adapting, and genuinely lower cost of production, AI video-based trainings, of course, benefits much more. Let's talk a little bit about localization as well. So especially for multicultural companies, it's important to have to make the knowledge available across the globe. And with each video, it requires minimum 5-6 languages, right? So what do? You usually give to translators, and the process is quite long. So you don't create the learning this month, you create in potential for maybe in half a year across the multinational company, we will launch the training. However, with AI video-based training or with AI-generated services like Elai.io, there is an automated translation. Now, I know that not a single AI-based or just we all know Google Translator memes, right? So it's not perfect. It doesn't give you 100% results. However, when it comes to translating, it already is a huge start. So basically, you can choose the language, you can choose the accent and pronunciation, you can choose the voice, and this makes it so much easier to just have basic start, right? Okay, so next on, let's talk a little bit more about use cases. So when is AI-based video training applicable? So in terms of HR-related topics, such as onboarding or soft skills trainings, video-based training in general is much more personalized, am I right? So it's much better than text. For instance, let's say that you have sales trainings, and when you train sales managers, these are usually trainings for communicative purposes. For instance, you have scenario-based training. And one thing when you give a text, the other thing is when an actual speaker replies to you or asks you a question or gives you a reaction. So this is a whole new level of training. Next on, there is also quite a favorite training of L&D specialists. This is process training or product training. Usually it consists of a bunch of screenshots and maybe hotspots if you're lucky. However, people usually see, okay, there is 20 screenshots. Not that silly, I can do it. So I'm gonna click everywhere. And then it results in them coming back to the screenshots and feeling frustrations from the learning process itself. AI avatars, when you can create the videos based on screencasts and a speaker which guides you through a process, which makes the whole difference, right? So the learning impact of such trainings is much higher. Next on, let's talk a little bit about Elai.io. So for those of you who are here with us, we will copy paste your way of getting started with Elai.io, and you'll have it into the comments. For those of you who is watching it on YouTube, please press pause and bear with us, right? So go through these steps to get started with the platform itself. And while you're doing this, I'm going to share my screen and quickly guide you through the platform itself. So where to start from? Okay, can you see my screen? Yes? Okay. So right now you have 4 options of getting started in front of you. This is how the platform looks like. So what you need to know is here are 4 basic ways to start with your e-learning video creation. From template means you can choose any template that you would like, and I do experience some internet issues. So let's imagine that here are the most beautiful templates ever, okay? So yeah, here you can see some beauty. And what it means is that there are ready-to-go videos where you need to simply copy paste the text that you have already for the speaker to pronounce it, right? Next, you've got AI storyboard. What this means is that, again, you have 4 different options. And this is basically for those who would like to start from the scratch, meaning you don't have a script that is ready to be pronounced, right, by the speaker. So from the topic means you can write any topic and ask AI and ask ChatGPT to generate the script and the video for you. This is great for inspiration. For instance, you are stuck and you don't know where to, you got a topic, but you don't really have ideas how to present it. So this is a great way to start from. From URL means, and spoiler alert, this is what we will do with you today, means if you've already got a blog post or let's say an article from the knowledge base of your company, then you can just copy paste it and there you have it. You will have a ready slide by slide video with the text for the speaker written to be made as an explanatory video. Next, if you have a text, however, you don't see it ideal and you would like to change it a bit, maybe make it a little more compliant or whatever you would like actually to do, you can write it here. And this is good for those who have in their trainings Google Docs mostly. And from the scratch, well, this is to be perfectly honest with you, AI storyboard is one of the biggest topics here, so we would need another webinar on that. But I recommend for you to play around with all 4 options just to see the opportunities of the ChatGPT and how it can help you in designing your e-learning videos. Third option is to choose an avatar. Maybe you would like to first choose your perfect speaker who your learners can relate to. That's also an option. And last but not the least, from presentation, meaning this is great for those companies whose training is mostly in PPTs. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to create a template. You don't need to divide the text somehow, copy paste anything at all. Just simply drag and drop the presentation and you're ready to go. What I would like to do with you today, just to show you what ChatGPT and Elai.io can do in a nutshell, is to work with URL. So I've got an article here. What is microlearning? Copy paste the link and let's generate the slides. Can take some time because this article is a long read. Okay. So you can see here that it's been divided into slides by meaning, and the bold text is the heading. Here is a subheader and the text which is told by the speaker. Now, I have to be honest with you, it's not a perfect result. Here, I know this is too much. So you would need to make some adjustments in order to make it more understandable, more bite-sized for your learner. But it's a great start already, so you don't need to copy-paste everything manually. You can do it here. What I also would like to do right now is to choose a template at once. So again, we can see some issues with my internet. However, I think that I'm quite satisfied with this template. Okay, so you can see that the template was applied here. In each and every slide, it is possible to change the type of the slide. This is just your visual preferences. So what you would like the most. Okay, so let's convert it into slides. And what ChatGPT offers us here is that we can add images and a subheader to make the slide itself more attractive. You don't need to do anything again. ChatGPT can do it for you. However, right now, it's not the goal. So let's just see what do we have in the end, right? Okay, that's an awkward pause. Please bear with me. And there we have it. So this is how the platform interface looks like. And again, this will probably take another webinar to tell you about each and every element and aspect of the interface. However, what we can see here already is a ready-to-go video. So you can see the title, you can see the speaker. I can choose if I want a speaker on each and every slide or not. For instance, here we can add, and we can make it smaller. And same goes for each and every element on the slide. I can make it bigger, smaller, adjust it, delete it, rewrite it. So do everything what you feel is needed to do. Also, below you can see the text. I don't like that this text is too long, and I will definitely rewrite it using ChatGPT, of course. However, this is the moment when human is needed in AI. This is how ChatGPT sees my video, but I see it a little bit differently. So this is my role as a learning specialist to adjust it so my video has the biggest potential and the biggest learning impact. So we all know, let's say, Bloom's taxonomy. Unfortunately, ChatGPT cannot combine it. So you can assign it a role. However, this is what I see the role of the L&D specialist in the future. So you are a coordinator of the machine, right? And here it's definitely not enough to just upload your text. It's not enough to just give a prompt. You need to be in charge of the process and maximize the learning potential of the video itself. This is a topic for another webinar. And once you're ready with your video, click on render. Now, I urge you not to do it unless you're 100% sure with your video, because if you are new to the platform, you have 1 minute of free video. Please make sure that you are ready to go and you're satisfied with your result before rendering the video. What I also recommend to you is to play around with each and every feature of Elai. Please follow the link in the box below to see the full explanatory webinar of each and every feature. That's not for today. And if any questions are right now, please raise your hand and I would show you anything. And there you have it, dear listeners. Right now, you've basically kicked off your journey with Elai.io, and you know for sure what to do on the platform, how to play around with it, and just get started. Couple of more things that I'd like to share with you on this webinar. So, when we talk about e-learning videos in particular, it shouldn't be just entertaining, am I right? We all want to maximize the learning impact of the video. So if you remember, there was this famous saying, gamifications for the sake of gamification, when a couple of years ago, there was an explosion in gamification and everyone wanted to include it. However, it didn't necessarily give you the results that we all hoped for. So yeah, sure, it was entertaining. However, did it give learning impact? Not always, right? So same goes for the videos. What we need to keep in mind is always make sure that you've got a learning objective. If there is a meaning, if there is a point for your video, then feel free to create it. However, if it's aimed just to entertain our employees, well, then we should consider if it's really needed or not. However, I do not dismiss the comic relief or something like this. So just to engage your employees, that's also an option. Although even that has a learning goal, learning objective in its purpose, right? Next on, let's talk a little bit about storyboarding. So when we were on Elai.io, you saw the AI storyboard, meaning that ChatGPT created a storyboard for you. However, if you do not have it, if you do have the initial materials provided to you by the company, then you need to work on it yourself with the assistance of ChatGPT. I still encourage you to do that. However, you do need to keep in mind that each and every video has to have its structure. We also got on our blog a template for a storyboard. Feel free to use it. Speaking of templates for the video, so the design version, the design aspect is also quite crucial. When we are talking about brand materials, you've always got colors, you've got fonts, etc. Maybe some illustrations that are necessary to use. If you prepare in advance several templates that are possible to use in different options, for instance, you've got HR-related topics, one template, product training, another template, and this way your employee will have instant reaction to the video that he sees in front of him. So that's quite useful. It also saves you time largely. Next on, it's really great to see that you can customize your videos at Elai with different types of voice, with speed, with narration. So you can choose the type of narration of the speaker. For instance, it can be cheerful or depressing if you need it for your course. So if you play around with it, it gives different result. And this is again something that you don't usually have in traditional video making process because, well, not many people are feeling comfortable with rewriting or experimenting with their voice because we've got our busy schedules, right? And also a couple of words in terms of the design. It's really great to use additional visuals and animations. They really make it seem more professional, more engaging, because we live in the world where content has achieved the mountains that we never thought it will achieve, probably, meaning we all expect perfect content. We expect perfect quality. This is what you can achieve without having any design skills, right? You don't need to be a web designer to create, or motion designer to create a great video, because, well, tools like Elai, it's all-in-one tool where you don't need to have design skills, or you don't need to be a pro. You just do the video and enjoy the process. And the final tip, which is really interesting for me and for a lot of people, because some people say that, okay, this is quite scary if I don't say something, but somehow it can be made. So what am I talking about? You can recreate your own voice and avatar, meaning that in case you don't have time, or you don't have the ability to create your own video explainer every time, what you can do is to provide the data to the AI, and it will make your voice and your avatar, and well, be my guest. It's given really interesting results, and yeah, just I encourage you to go for it and experiment as much as you can, because the world of AI is truly fascinating. And if one thing we learned for the last year or 2023, the more you experiment, the better. So I truly wish for you to have the learning impact achieved by using AI, by maximizing AI potential. Okay, so Mira, I hand over the. So Mira, Mira, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Inna. It was a great, very useful, and very handy webinar. I hope that our users will have a little bit more understanding of what Elai and basically how helpful AI video generation is. So basically, for those of you who are online with us now, we're sending the email address where you can chat with us and know in more details, have a complete demo of the platform, and even try it for a premium for a few days to get a feel of the platform, and again, have the most of it and explore the AI video creation tool. For those who are watching us on the YouTube channel, you see the email address on the screen, so feel free to hit us up, and we are free during our working hours, just in case. We'll be glad to get in touch with you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. We hope you enjoyed the webinar, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.